Hey there, Vanderbilt. As you know, Vanderbilt's full of secrets, full of surprises and innovation. And one of the key people of student government here is Lee Pedenoff, who is Vice President of the Vanderbilt Student Government. So, Lee, how are you today?
Doing great, Francesca. Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you so much for coming. I want you to tell Vanderbilt students who don't know you, known as our freshmen or our first years, just a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what's your role as Vice President with Vanderbilt Student Government.
Sure thing, Francesca. I'm from Princeton, New Jersey. I'm an economics, political science double major, corporate strategy minor, but more importantly, student government. People always ask us, what is student government? What do they do? And, you know, we're there to represent student interests. When something comes up that students care about deeply, we go to the administration with student concerns and help make positive changes here at Vanderbilt.
Good, good. Now, a lot of these positive changes include, well, the Vandy Van system and this great new studio. Could you tell us a little bit about how you started, or when you and Lori started last year, and maybe some things that you guys have in store for the students this year?
Sure. I actually got involved with VSG my freshman year in the first year leaders program, applications for which are coming up this weekend. So, first years, there you go.
What's that? First year
leaders program.
All right.
Lori and I obviously, you know, won the VSG election last year, and from day one, even before day one, we knew it was our goal to best represent student interests in any way we can. So over the summer, we worked really hard on these programs you talked about, like the Vandy Van system, the Commodore cabs, where you can use your Commodore card to swipe for, you know, to pay for cabs. We worked on improvements to Taste of Nashville. We worked on adding more merchants like J. Crew to the Doorbusters program, where you can get student discounts.
Nice.
So all these things are things that, you know, we've heard from students that they care about, and so we have worked on to, you know, make them better.
And what are some, because I know being in Vanderbilt student government is not easy. It's a lot of work, it's very time consuming, and it takes a dedicated person such as yourself and Lori. What are some, I guess, some negative things that you've had to face, or some problems that you've had to overcome with your vice presidency?
You know, a lot of times when you want to accomplish something and you don't get it, or you don't get it right on the first try, it can, you know, be a little bit of a setback to achieving that goal. But I found that when you really, you know, if there's something that you really want and you really push for it, you can find that that's attainable.
Good, good. And what other things do you plan for the future of Vanderbilt student government? Because I know we have a whole year to go. It's only September. What other things are we working on, or are those secrets?
No, sure thing. We have a couple things that are definitely not secrets. It's always been a big priority of ours to make improvements to both the Career Center and the Study Abroad office, the GEO office. So this fall, that is going to be a huge priority of ours in terms of, you know, we've heard a lot of feedback from students that, you know, those centers aren't necessarily meeting their needs. So that's something we're going to be pursuing very soon. To be continued.
Wow, Vanderbilt advocate at its fullest. Well, I know there are a lot of other people who will maybe not be first years, and also sophomores and juniors and seniors. Is it too late to get involved in VSG at all?
Absolutely not. We have our elections were yesterday, or continuing through today, and finishing at noon today. We have a great committee system: community service, campus services, student services and technology, environmental affairs, and a few others that really are driving a lot of these policy changes. You know, I'm here talking about them, but there's, you know, 100 people behind the scenes that are making things like this happen. And those committee applications are going to be coming out in the coming weeks, so we would absolutely encourage you to apply.
You hear that? Apply, folks. Now, I know I didn't ask you this in the pre-interview, but I have a quick question for you. What's been the best, it's nothing crazy, what's been the best experience that you've had with VSG thus far, you know, from your freshman year all the way to now?
Best experience,
or the craziest experience, anything that they wouldn't think, you know, that you've had.
Best experience I've had with VSG, I mean, the amount of time that some of us spent together in VSG, I'm sure you here in the studio too, it's insane to be able to accomplish some of these things. And, you know, I've made some great friends through the process, and, you know, definitely things, I don't know if they're airworthy, but definitely things I wouldn't expect have certainly happened, and we've become very close as a group. And I think that has what has been allowed us to make a lot of these changes. A lot of these things that you've seen come out through over the summer really are because we've, you know, built this rapport with the school and with each other that we're able to do these things.
Wow. Is there anything else that you'd like for Vanderbilt students to know about yourself, or what you all have in store for them? Anything like that you'd like to leave them with?
You know, our goal as student government is always to represent the student voice. If at any time you feel like there's something that isn't adequate or we're not meeting your needs, please tell us. You know, you go on our website, vanderbiltstudentgovernment.org. We're there for you. Get in touch with us. We'll make it happen.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Lee. It was
Appreciate it.
certainly
Thanks
a
a lot.
pleasure, okay?
Thank you.
Great.